Austin Tibbetts, with financial advisor with Jazz Wealth, right? That's what we do. I figure I've said it enough. I should probably get that right. Well, anyways, we're going to have a little fun today, if you don't mind. We usually do a lot of things about retirement investing and sort of savings, budgeting, anything I can do to help you, really. We're going to stick with that today, but I read an article, so I'm going to go with this article here and see what you guys think. You let me know, because I know our average viewer is now just over 30, so this should fit you guys. So I want to point this out, see what you think. If you like what you see and you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, doing a friendly thing for you. That would really help us out. Look, let's talk about this. First of all, full credit, NerdWallet was where I got this article, saw it pop up, and grabbed my attention. So I thought I'd share it with you. How much should you have saved for retirement by the time you're 30? That's young, right? So a lot of our customers or just people that give us a call and want some help, they are around that age, right? Every now and then, I'd say we get some people that are, in the late 40s, but a lot of people are just getting started. Now, I'll certainly work with anybody. If you want some help, jazzwealth.com, of course. Happy to work with you, happy to help you. Actually, we're doing a budgeting class. I got to plug that, that's what I do. So we're doing a budgeting class on Saturday for all of our customers. We're going to go over the big budget topics, as you see at the bottom of your screen there. So we're going to cover all of that. Not long. We won't take too long of your time, but if you're not one of our customers, you want to join us, it's going to be $65 and all the proceeds. I mean, all of it. I'm not in this business to sell classes. If I ever open up a class to people that aren't customers of ours, it's got to go to a good cause. And one of those causes for me is Drum Corps International. I'm a big, big fan. I will be supporting that this summer. So everything that we happen to make from that will go towards Drum Corps International. So, wherever I was going with what I just previously said, the answer or the question was, how much should you have saved up for retirement by the time you're 30? I think you're going to be a little bit shocked. I want to sort of break this down with you. I did a little work on my end here to go with you. Now, it depends on who you ask, and there's a couple major players. Fidelity is a big company that puts out a lot of these statistics. How much should you save by certain ages? This is one of them. How much do people save on average? How many people, take money out of their 401ks, things like that. Fidelity is obviously a good source for that because they house a lot of those accounts. So they happen to say by the time you're 30, you should have saved your annual salary, which I don't know how you feel about that, but what does that mean? Like, I don't even get that. That might be $70,000 for somebody, $40,000 for another. But that's their study. They said that they think you should have your annual salary by the time you're 30, assuming you started before that, right, and got doing some savings. So now Rowe Price is another company that puts out these studies, and they said you should have half of your salary by the time you reach 30. Which is it, right? That just goes to show how broad of a spectrum you can get when it comes to retirement investing. Everything from what you should pay in fees to should someone manage the account for you or not? All of this stuff is so general. That's kind of what I love. I'm here for the specifics. That's what I want to help you with. So we took all of this. We went a little bit further with some of this information. First, I want to put up the actual chart that I got from this article. And what you see on the chart is what Fidelity says that you should save for as far as retirement goes by the time you turn 30, and what Rowe Price says. And basically, you notice they're both trying to shoot for the same goal. It's just Fidelity's got a more smoothing out period. They're assuming you start earlier and are more aggressive when you're younger. Rowe Price, I think, is a little more accurate with this study in regards to what people will do. What you think they should do or what you suggest to them is much different than what they end up doing in the long run. So Rowe Price says, look, we know you're going to get a weak start, have to play catch up there in the end, and you can kind of see that there on the graph. So I get what they're doing. I'm not bashing either one of them. I actually love the study that they provide. They give us all kinds of great studies that I can use to share with you guys. So I'm not really bashing any of them. I would bash Fidelity for the risk that they take in their target date funds. Different story. We're not talking about them today. So the point of this is what they're trying to do is take a monumental sort of task that you have and break it down into something small. And I think I do a pretty good job of that. That's what I really want you guys to focus on. I've done some of the silly videos on like $50 a week, $28 a week. For some reason, it was really popular. But I do that so that you really see is that really all you're going to put away? Of course not. You're going to save more than that, but I try to make it seem like it is a small amount and that you really can get started with a small amount. That's what we have set up here at Jazz, so I just try to share that with people. So what we did is we said, okay, in 2017, the median salary for a 25 to 34-year-old is $40,200. If you started investing when you were 25, which would be asking a lot. There's not a lot of 25-year-olds that call all excited ready to invest. It's typically 27, 28 and on in my experience, but let's say you started at 25, okay? And you needed to have your average salary or your yearly salary, according to Fidelity, by the time you're 30 years old. You'd actually have to invest at 6% returns, really conservative here, you'd have to invest $580 a month. Now, I'm not drawing on the board there. I can if you like, but I'm not drawing on the board. So $580 a month to get to your yearly salary by the time you're 30. That's if you start when you're 25. If you use Rowe Price's model to have half of it, then you've got to do $300 a month. That sounds a little bit better, but of course you're going to have less. So what we did is we broke it down even further and we said, we're big fans of weekly contributions. I've done so many studies that show it is far better to do a smaller weekly contribution than to wait and do the larger monthly contribution. So we said, well, most of our customers take advantage of that. Let's break it down even further. If you use Fidelity's example of having your annual salary start at 25, you just have to invest $133 a week. That's a little high. Not many of our customers do that, I'll be honest with you. That is a little bit on the high end. Rowe Price says 70. That's more like it. That's where we get people to say, hey, look, when you're saving for retirement, don't do $300 a month. Break it down. Do 70, 75 every single week so that you end up with that at the end of the year. Not only that, every study that we've done that goes back now to 1950 shows that if you invested every week, you end up with a better average cost over the long run than if you were to invest every single month. Think about it. Everybody's investing at the beginning and the end of every month. Don't the markets have little spikes and fits around that time? So we suggest weekly. Now, the beauty part about that is we don't actually have any trading commissions, so it doesn't matter if you want to buy every day. Like one of our customers actually invests every single day, a really small amount, but they do it every single day. That's okay, right? There's no benefit to that, really. It's slight edge. But we have no commission. So if that person wants to do it every day, or our customers, for the most part, do every single week, and you're going to see over a 30-year period a $30,000 advantage on the studies that we've done, then yeah, take advantage of that, right? There's no extra cost to you. So we do that. Now, here's the thing. If you look at that and you say 133 a week or 70 a week, or we go back and we say per month, 580 a month or 300 a month, and you go, that's ridiculous. That's incredible. Why would I would rather buy a car. Of course you would. But if that's what you look at and you say that's ridiculous, remember, this study doesn't count for the 401k. Just did a video the other day talking about where you go in retirement. Where do you start? What account type do you look for? How do you choose the investments? Which direction do you go? And how do you know what to choose? Well, that 401k is huge because if there's a match in that 401k, let's say you make $40,000 a year and your company says, we'll match 50% of your contribution up to 6% of your total pay that you can put in. It's just a fancy way of saying we'll give you 3% up to 6%. If they did that on $40,000 a year, you'd end up with $1,200 extra a year. So let's call it $120 a month. Now we're going somewhere, right? That free money in that 401k is why I'll never tell somebody to go with us versus a 401k if your company offers a match. If they do not offer a match, forget it. Don't bother. Open another account. Keep us in mind. But if you don't, then go somewhere else and open an account on your own without that 401k. So I won't go into that again. We've already done that video, but that shows how important that match is. So when you see these numbers or when you hear me talking about these numbers, remember that 401k counts. The match counts, right? It's not going to quite get you there. Maybe you want to add some more, or maybe you want to open a Roth or some other account outside of that. So that's that. Basically, I'll leave you with a few things. I just wanted to kind of get you guys' opinion on this. Are you 30? Did you have your annual salary saved up in retirement by the time you were 30? Do you currently have that? Let me know what you think. Couple notes before we leave. It's not about how much you save, okay? So I see this all the time. I see plenty of people that are 30 and just getting started. It's not about that, like feeling you're behind because you're 30 and you just heard me read off a study that says you're way behind. It's about the plan, right? If you're starting at 30 with nothing, what's the plan to get you to your goal? And your goal has to be somewhat defined. It could be a large like range of money that you're looking for when you retire, but invest for what it is your goal is, so that way when we start when you're 30, 35, 37, 38, oh no, starting late, what is it that we're doing? What's the plan that's going to get you there? That's what's really important. That's what I really love helping people with is this. They go, oh my God, I'm 32 and I haven't saved for retirement. I'm so behind. Well, maybe not. What's your plan? What do you want to do? And how does that kind of fit in with everything else? We keep it really simple here. We try not to bore you with all that stuff. And there goes my light. Well, and that's something. There goes the end of that. Anyways, the last thing I'll leave, or a couple things I want to leave you with, stay consistent and automatic with your savings. Huge. So you can be a smaller investor. You can go, $20 a week or something. Stay consistent with it. If you're one of our customers, that's all we ask. Just be consistent, because you'll never notice that money going away. And then over time, you're going to go, hey, I wonder how my account's doing. You check in on your account and you go, well, I could do $25. I could do $30 now. That's what helps motivate you. So stay consistent. I like to say small, slow, and steady. Stay small, keep it slow, but stay steady with it, and you'll be happy. Okay, and the last thing I'll leave you with is swing for the fences when you're young, right? Be as aggressive as humanly possible when you're young, because if you are aggressive when you're young, number one, we know the markets recover 100% of every decline 100% of the time, right? If we know that, then there's nothing to be fearful of. When the markets fall, there's no reason to be scared. There's only reason to be excited, because you know it's going to recover. So you end up, wanting to buy that discount. So actually, I still have it here. 196 days is the average decline in the market. So of 10% or more. So you know that it's going to recover. You know it's going to come back. So don't be scared about that. Be as aggressive as possible while you're younger, and don't fear the declines, right? So that's really all that I have for you in particular for today. Just thought it was an interesting article. Do me a favor, leave a comment. You guys are pretty good at leaving comments. I really, really appreciate it. Leave me a comment below. What do you think? Are you there with your 30, your annual salary by 30? Are you at that halfway mark, or do you fit more on the Rowe Price category? Let me know what you think. Of course, let me know if I can help you at Jazz Wealth. Always here for you. You can schedule a call directly on our website. You can also start the application process right on our website. Happy to help. Appreciate every one of you guys watching. And if you subscribe, I really appreciate that as well. Have a great day. See, the problem with budgeting is all of the financial gurus out there, all of the blogs just give you general advice, get you all pumped up to go budget, and then you get going and you have no idea where to start. Let's talk about the big ticket items that can financially ruin you if you don't know how much to spend and how much to budget on them. Emergency funds, retirement savings, this is a class about specifics. We are not going to motivate you. I am not going to inspire you. I'm going to educate you on exactly what you need to do with your budget, with these big ticket items and the big portions of your budget, so that you and your family never stress about budgeting your money again. If you sign up before June 8th, then we're giving you lifetime access to Nest Egg, our personal financial portal where you can get your dough straight. Everything in your financial life, including your budget, can be seen on this portal. And best of all, we do not sell your information like Mint or some of the other apps. It is 100% yours, customizable to you. Again, if you want to be motivated, you want to be inspired, then this is not the class for you. If you want details and specifics about what to do the second you finish with this class, well, then I hope to see you there.